my crypto big brothers and sisters. How in the world are you today? Today's a great day. And looky over here. Here is Papa Ron. What's happening, brother?
Rod, always a pleasure to be with you.
Same here, brother. What's happening? Anything good?
Well, you know, we just had that video we did yesterday on the Bitcoin Cash going parabolic almost, and Bitcoin coming down. And of course, it's all reflective of a part of it. They say is reflective of the SegWit 2x fork being canceled.
Yeah.
And so anyway, and it's not just that, but I saw an article or two about IRS. You know, a lot of people made some money because they bought. I mean, just within 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
Bitcoin Cash jumped from, God, I don't know what it was. I mean, doubled. $1,200 up to 25.
I know.
I mean, somebody made some money on that. Hopefully they cashed out before it came back down to 12 or 13 again.
Yes.
But because of that, the IRS is kind of saying, hey, if there's profits to be made, we kind of want to be part of that. That's right, want our cut. And it's interesting anyway, Rod, you know, anytime you get to the holiday season like this, you know, it's getting close to Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, holidays that are celebrated here in the United States and other countries.
Yeah.
But people start thinking of tax time here in the U.S. And, you know, it's just right around the corner. You got to start prepping. And really, I want to say the majority of the people into cryptocurrency probably have gotten into it this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Which means they probably haven't given much thought to, hey, how do I report this stuff? How does the IRS going to look at it? And all that. So people need to start thinking about that a little bit to report these profits. And I've read, I don't know, 3 or 4 articles on it, and there's various ways they've talked about how they're going to do that. You know, maybe I think some of the articles said that they're only going to count it as an asset or profit if you exchange one coin to another, or exchange one coin it back into US dollars, or so on. I don't think anybody really knows for sure yet how all that's going to be taken care of on our tax forms that we do.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's time to start thinking about that a little bit. And I'm sure as we get closer, and maybe even into next year, early part of next year, there's probably going to be some kind of report out about how to report these assets and the money we've made on it.
Something like a turbo tax, huh?
Yeah, turbo tax. No, I think the IRS is going to make a statement or two. But hopefully most people are keeping track of their coins, meaning I know anytime I buy into an asset, I record it and what I paid for it and how many I got and what exchange I got it on and so on. And then if I do sell that or exchange it into another coin, I try to keep very accurate records of what I'm doing in the crypto world.
Yeah.
And you take like
it's
Coinbase.
It's kind of like your profit or loss in a business, you know?
Yeah.
Profit and loss statement. I mean,
good point.
Yeah.
You ought to look at it as a business. I mean, you have somebody probably watching over your stock portfolio if you're not doing it yourself on the stock market.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just good business to keep track of that stuff. I mean, I want to know where I'm at. Now, you take a exchange like Coinbase, and they probably keep a history of everything you've done on Coinbase, and I think same with Poloniex, and most of the exchanges do that, if not all of them. So there's part of your record keeping. You just need to transfer it onto some type of ledger or something, maybe even an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So you can see what you've made as you've turned these coins into other coins or profits back into US dollars. Because there's going to be an accountability. The IRS isn't going to look at this stuff and say, don't worry about it, folks. No, if there's a buck to be taken out there, their hand's going to be out first.
Are they going to have like so much money you have to make before they'll even look at it right now anyway? You know,
Well,
I mean, to make $1 million, you're going to have to report it or what?
well, no, I think it's any type of job. If you make $20 on something, they want their cut on that.
That's true.
So no, I think you're going to have to report pretty much any upside you've done in the crypto world.
Yeah.
Then again, I've read other reports that are saying as long as it stays in crypto, you won't have to report it. Now, don't take me that I just reading this stuff. I don't think there's been any official statement yet as to how to report cryptocurrency for taxes. But I did read an article that's kind of assumed that as long as you kept it in crypto, it's not an official equivalency to a currency asset, I guess. They don't.
Yeah.
The IRS at this point, as far as I know, is not looking at Bitcoin as an official, I can't think of the term, an official currency or an asset that needs to be, anyway. But that might all change by the time it's time to do taxes.
Well, I was just thinking that I read somewhere, I think it was in here somewhere, there's something in the tax forms, tax thing says virtual currency or something or other. I can't remember. Anyway, I don't know either.
All right.
I don't know how they can consider it a profit if you ain't taking it out. It's kind of like an investment, right?
Well, but and I have never dabbled in stocks, so I'm blind to that.
Yeah,
but if
don't
you bought,
they have to? Isn't it? They want what you've made. I mean, any gain. Well, you know, if you don't take it out, you ain't gained nothing.
no, but if you bought something at $100 and now it's worth $1,000 on the books, I mean, according to them,
Yeah,
you've probably gained.
Yeah, but you haven't taken anything out.
Well, do you take money out of the stock market? If you don't take that out, is that considered an asset that you got to report? The gains
See, I
on
don't
your
know.
stocks?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it is.
Okay.
How it's all going to work, I don't know. But here's the articles we saw, folks. IRS to go after Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash profits. What to expect. And even in these articles, I don't even think they come up to an official statement from the IRS saying this is the way it's going to work. But they do say that, you know, it's recommended you keep track of it. The IRS, quoting him here, right here, the IRS has already stated that Bitcoin is treated like property. Mining is considered income. Holding is the same as owning gold. A zero-cost basis means that you got capital for free, and if you sell it, 100% is gains. The treatment for cryptocurrencies can be at zero cost. If the owner sells his Bitcoin Cash and receives 100% profit as capital gains income, it will be taxable. Now, he's talking about people here, I think, that received a matching coin in Bitcoin Cash because you had a Bitcoin prior to the fork.
I see. Yeah.
So you got it for free, and then you sell it. Even if you sell it back into Bitcoin, or let's say Litecoin, even that's 100% gains, and that you've got to report that. Oh, now look here, and I didn't see this earlier. Sorry. According to the 2014-21 notice of IRS. Now we'll put this article down in the description, so if you want to open that link up and read all about that.
Virtual currency is treated as property for U.S. federal tax purposes. That's what that code is for.
Yeah, so then you got to go back and say, well, how do they treat property as far as reporting gains on it? Now, are we talking real property like real estate? Because you don't pay on, if your property increases in value, you pay increased property tax to your county, but you don't report that, I don't think, on any of the
Only
IRS
when you
forms.
sell it, it's capital gain then.
Yeah, so
When
it
you
might be
sell it.
considered the same.
Yeah.
Then the other one we saw came out of CoinDesk, and folks, that article there was out of the Coin Telegraph. future of money. Now that's cool.
That's cool.
Now this one comes out of CoinDesk. Make big money on Bitcoin Cash? Question mark. The IRS might be watching. And I've read other articles about this, Rod, where they might be tapping into the blockchain somehow, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's. I don't want to say it's not possible to look at the blockchain. Obviously, that is, but to keep track of who's got what wallets and all that, to me, that's still blind, isn't it? Isn't that still?
Especially if they don't give away if the exchanges don't give that information out, not unless they could go to the exchanges and force them to. But God, you got so many exchanges overseas. How are they going to do that?
Well, and what about the people that are overseas that are using the American exchanges, like Coinbase? Now, Coinbase, a few years ago, remember they had I think it was a subpoena from the IRS, that they wanted them to turn over everybody's names and personal info that's involved with CoinDesk, and I think they basically gave them the middle finger, And I think there was some dispute, and then they came back and said, well, we just want to know about the people with X amount of dollars or something. Anyway, I still don't know if that's been resolved.
I don't either.
And then what about all these wallets and exchanges that claim, and coins and tokens that claim absolute anonymity? That you won't. Anyway, those are people obviously that got something to hide, I guess. Or that maybe are trying to skirt that. But basically, folks, get some accounting together between now and then. It's going to make your life easier. We'll put these down in the description box so you can read them. But it's time to start thinking of this stuff. I mean,
this is clear as absolute mud, man.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like you, Rod.
Like the text code.
They've made what? $30 or $40 like you, and you got to start worrying about reporting that.
Oh man, there goes my retirement, man. Paying to the damn IRS.
Folks, thanks for watching. Hope it helps.
Appreciate you, and God bless.